good for some of the East African nations in the distance events so far, and there'll be a big cheer as they get towards the bell, but there's a little bit of work to do yet. Now Guidez goes to the front. Surely she's going to strike out now. It's fractionally quicker. They had a 71, that's a 70. And Gudaf Segei in second place is having a look at the big screen. And she won't necessarily like what she's seen because all the big contenders are right behind her. And we haven't really spoken about Sifan Hassan, the Olympic champion. She did an unprecedented double in Doha, winning the 1500 and the 10,000. No one's ever done that. And won a medal at the 1500 after winning the 5 and the 10 last year. She was off the podium in the 10,000 metres, but with 800 to go, she's just at the back of that group. 3 Ethiopians, but 2 Kenyans are there, and the athlete from Kazakhstan. Surely this is playing into the hands of the 1500-metre specialists, and if Sifan Hassan can rediscover her explosive speed, maybe she can get herself on the podium here after being bitterly disappointed in the 10,000 metres. Remember, the 5,000 metre Olympic champion has had a hard year and she started her season late, but Hassan responds. Segei leads from Guidez, Beatrice Chebet and Kip Kemboi are right up there. Kite has drifted off the pace, the third of the Kenyans. It's anyone's race now as they come round with 500 metres to go. It's been one of the cagiest races over 12 and a half laps I can ever remember. But now it's about to explode into life. They take the bell in the final of the women's 5,000 metres. Gudaf Segei leads. She got a silver in the 1500. In second place, Sifan Hassan. She's the Olympic champion. What a fantastic victory it would be for her. She's done virtually nothing all season. But they ran the early laps so slowly, it's played into the sprinters' hands. Beatrice Chebet, the World Junior Cross Country champion, trying to come up on the outside of Segei. And Segei has drifted towards the outside of lane 1, and that's allowed Sifan Hassan to come through on the inside. They're running so close together, these 3. It's a miracle they haven't tripped each other up. Hassan has got the inside line, but has she got the speed? It's been a difficult season for the Dutch woman. Segei's coming past her. Silver in the 1500. Little by little, Segei's pulling away. A great effort by Chebet, the cross-country specialist. But Gudaf Segei takes the 5,000 metre title. Chebet takes the silver. And it's a bronze for Dawit Seyum. It was just too slow for the likes of Latessa Bet-Guidez to live with the explosive pace at the end. It was so tense and so tactical, and despite her mistake of letting Sifan Hassan come through on the inside with 200 to go, Gudaf Segei was not to be denied the title. Silver in the 15, but it's all gold tonight over the 5, and Segei is hoisted aloft by her friends and teammates. Fantastic for Gudaf Segei. She tastes the top spot on the podium on a memorable evening.
Wow, that was really something, Rob, and I wasn't 100% sure what we were watching. So many different moves. That race absolutely had it all. Lead changes, and just when you thought with a lap to go, is Sifan Hassan going to come back and ruin this all, spoil it all for the Ethiopians? But it was just too much. You said the 1,500-meter runners were going to make their move with a lap to go, and they certainly did. Segei certainly has shown people what she's capable in the 1,500 meters, but Hassan definitely made a run of it. But talk about the teamwork throughout the entire race by the Ethiopians. The Kenyans could never really quite get together and work together as a group, but it was the Ethiopians controlling that pace and that entire race until the end when it was a free-for-all sprint.
And I did wonder at one stage whether they'd made a mistake to let Hassan through on the inside. Dawit Seyum, a wonderful bronze from her. Guidez was 5th in the end. Kip Kemboi was 4th. Great silver for Beatrice Chebet. She came up onto Gudaf Segei's shoulder, but just didn't quite have the raw pace down the final 50. And that was almost an inevitability because they let the early pace drift. But the Ethiopians are already singing and dancing. It's been an excellent championship for them, it really has. So Gide took the 10 and Sege's taken the 5. She'll be over the moon with that. It was a brilliant effort from Sifan Hassan because she has had a horrible season that started really late. She only registered her first finish over the 5,000 earlier in July. So she got herself in the right position, but unlike Doha and unlike Tokyo, when she came round the final bend on the inside, she just didn't quite have the speed and the stamina in her legs to hang on for a medal. But you're quite right. I mean, it was as if they were out for a Sunday morning jog in the early stages.
Well, it's so unusual, though, to see teammates like that getting up front, talking to each other, but it looked like they had a plan. You see, Gide would just block Chebet. She would just surge ahead, get in the front, and then she would slow things down. But Hassan had had enough of the playing with about a lap to go, and she needs to create a little space for herself because she has such a long stride and long legs. This move to the inside, a tricky move right there, onto the rail. And I thought, oh no, here goes Hassan. She's going to ruin this for the Ethiopians. Let's see what she's got left.
It was a mistake by Sege just to drift towards the outside of the lane. I think she did it because Chebet was quite close to her. At this point, Dan, they were running so close together that it is a miracle none of them tripped each other up. And that was the point at which Hassan's lack of fitness began to tell. And Gudaf Sege just wound it up and wound it up. Chebet did really well to respond to the extent to which she did. The former World Junior Champion and World Cross Country Champion, Gudaf Sege, savoured every single second of that moment. So often it hasn't been her turn to finish on top spot, but she got it right tactically. And she at last collects the global gold she's striven towards for years. At 1,500 metre speed, saw her home over 12.5 laps. Thousands of miles in the bank, and that's why it means so much. Gudaf Sege continues a great week for the Ethiopians, taking the 5,000 metre title. Excellent silver for Beatrice Chebet, and Dawit Seyum makes it 2 Ethiopians on the podium. The 10,000 metre